The gentlewoman's time has expired. At this time, the chair recognizes the gentleman from Michigan, Mr. Walberg, for 5 minutes. Mr. Walberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks to the panel for being here. Ms. Sager, what challenges, if any, does GAO face in assessing the reliability of fiscal data and primary sources in Puerto Rico, given gaps in federal statistics and delays on local reporting?
We, as you saw in GAO's report issued in June 30th of this year and reported in this testimony, we rely on certified audited financial statements. To the extent there are delays in those financial statements, that limits the visibility into what is really happening within Puerto Rico. So to the extent those can be delivered more quickly, that will increase transparency and visibility into where the money is going in Puerto Rico.
Okay, thank you. Has GAO observed effective coordination between FOMB, Puerto Rico's government, and federal agencies? And also, where, if any, is there room for improvement?
As part of our work, we do talk to FOMB, we talk to the government within Puerto Rico, we also talk to federal agency officials, and as is always the case as we are doing that work, we look to corroborate the sources to make sure that we have the most factual information possible to provide to you as our clients. And as we are doing that, we also follow up with those agencies and provide them with our draft reports for comment to make sure that the facts that we are delivering are the facts that are accurate.
So you do feel that there's effective coordination?
We did not specifically assess the coordination for the course of this work, but we did work with each of those parties individually. And then as we have talked about in this hearing, just as part of the process of delivering a balanced budget, the government and FOMB are working together as you would hope for under the statutory requirements.
Okay. From GAO's perspective, has the Oversight Board effectively used its authority to improve fiscal governance across Puerto Rico's public entities?
The new accounting system that we have talked about reflects both the work of FOMB as well as the work of the government. And so that is forward momentum that is heading in the right direction. And that, of course, as we all talked about, needs to continue for the next 4 years in order for it to satisfy the statutory requirements.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mojica, how does the board balance the use of its authority to enforce fiscal discipline with the autonomy of elected officials, particularly as Puerto Rico prepares for a transition back to full local control?
Yeah. We take that very seriously. And we step in when there is an issue that directly relates the finances and the budget and fiscal responsibility. You know, Promesa specifically said part of the mandate is to restore fiscal responsibility. So when there are cases where actions of the government are going to impact the immediate budget or the long-term fiscal stability, that is where we step in. And we take it very seriously and we deliberate it before we do it. Other than that, the government makes policy decisions and continues. You know, one of the things that early GAO report referenced as to one of the reasons that the bankruptcy happened was because of bad policy decisions of the government of Puerto Rico. And so we focus on those fiscal policy decisions that affect the budget, and we leave everything else to the government.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.